Hello to my Aquas, to my Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see what this week is going to look like for you all. This may be a bonus video for you all. Requested, of course. All right, it's going to be very short because you all have a super long video, previous video that you all had. And I want to help you all close out cycles. So in order to close, like really start something new, you're going to have to really close out cycles, meaning not continue to talk about the past, like really use your sword properly and allow yourself to heal from some things when you're closing out cycles. Okay. All right. So the moon has moved, I believe, into your sign. So that would mean that it affects your lower part, your lower parts, like your calf, your ankles, your shin, your Achilles. Right before that, it was in a Capricorn, so it would affect your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin, your hair, those areas, right? So that means you're walking away from something, like it's affecting the lower part of your body, right? So you're closing out a cycle. We had a full moon in Scorpio. We had a full flower moon in Scorpio. A lot of you all got a chance to watch your full moon prediction video over on the Patreon side, right? So that's right, you've uprooted some things. You in fertile soil now, so you don't want to mix the old with the new, right? So this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. So I don't know if this video is going to go up first or second. I don't know. Whenever it goes up, but that video makes a little bit of reference to the movie The Preacher's Wife and also The Bodyguard. So be sure to check it out. It's for men and women, just so we're crystal clear. So I talk about spirits on my channel, not necessarily gender, okay? So divine masculine to divine feminine in each body, man or woman body, doesn't really matter. So even if you all are still being pursued or hunted by people from your past, not haunted, but hunted, like people who heavily pursued you in an alpha style, like they really pursued you, aggressively pursued you, which at first may have seemed like, oh, okay, somebody really wants you, in that way, but they could be still in that hunter mindset, like they own you. And so source is like, no, when you close out a cycle, somebody does not own you like their property. So be sure to check the video out. Don't forget to like, share, comment. And if you're new and cruising by, subscribe. Yeah. So yeah, take control. Work on your Chiron. Yeah, close out the cycle in love. There you go. I've already prayed over your cards. Let's do it, right? So close out cycles in love. Don't give any more energy to it. Remember, your symbol is an upright human being with that is you're a water bearer. So you're not giving any more air, or you're not giving any more of your water to it. Okay, you're not feeding other energies, temptations, or their demons. Got it? Good. Right. So that means you're getting out, getting some fresh air, you're getting near water, you're paying attention to your surroundings. If you see any cars that seem like they've been, similar to where you've seen in previous places where you've been, where you lived, it could be people from, they could be watching, those energies. But somebody is still probably hunting, somebody from your past who's not ready to close out a cycle. Get a picture of it. Get a picture of it. Keep notes, but you keep right on. Like I said, taking your power back. Take your power back, Aquarius. Take your power back. So I'm trying to help you all learn how to close out cycles. Close out cycles in love. Document all of that. Document all of those things. All right. And if you have a support system, make sure your support system knows. Beware of cars, the colors of cars. If you notice people who lived where you used to live, if you've relocated, close out cycles or whatever, somebody going through a Saturn return, maybe you moved jobs or moved geographical locations, and you see that if you live in a different state, you see license plates of states where you used to live, and you recognize, hey, wait a minute, let me go back and look at You know, pictures you may have taken before, you know the same license plate, probably them. Here we have communicate, right? 611. So this is right here, speaks to your crown chakra, right? So communicate, speak your heart, say what you need to say. Your angels are encouraging you to communicate your wants, your needs, and your thoughts to the people around you who love you. So think of a change that could make a relationship in your life stronger. So tell the person you love about it in a way that they can hear. That's right. So 611, yeah. You don't do stalking energy. Not at all. So, yeah, you don't do stalking energy. Not at all. So, you are, like I said, closing out cycles in love. I've talked to quite a few people who have had lots of things going on. So, when you go watch that video. I mean, if it's, depending on what time it goes up. So, a lot of videos are in the queue. Let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. Let me give you all some questions that can get your week started, right? So help you get structured. First question is for those of you all who liked to write down questions and put it in a spreadsheet. You know, just get organized. Get really, really organized. Especially if you're trying to close out cycles in love. You're not trying to give any more air to things. You know, start documenting things. Start taking notes. Get out the house. Get some fresh air. Drink your water. Get your rest. Take your spiritual baths. All those things. You're, like I said, air sign, but you're a water bearer. Find out what your Chiron is. You do know you need your time of birth for Chiron. So first question is, what are your top 3 priorities? Like I said, first red flag, pray, and meditate, because all the answers you seek are within. Source has all the answers for you, right? Schedule a vacation. Doesn't have to be anything expensive or long. It can be right in your city, town, state, province, country. Your gifts have increased, right? So basically, the source is saying to break up the monotony, right? Somebody is amongst the incubi and succubi. So somebody is battling some demons. So somebody is not themselves. So when somebody's not themselves, you may start noticing. That's why somebody may be noticing people are on the hunt, because somebody's amongst the incubi and succubi. They're not themselves. So time to ground yourself. Get outside, get some recharging from the earth. Always bet on you. So your gifts have increased, right? There are signs all around you. So you're healing from the pain that they caused, right? But don't look back. Yeah. It's right here. Somebody is around some hunting energies, right? So, yeah. Ask source for clarity, and that's clear water. Again, the answers are within. Open your vault door. You have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. So you know how things, you know what? Okay. So yeah, you know how things end. So meaning that it's like somebody, this is what I'm picking up on so far before I even lay the cards out. It's like somebody is not ready for a cycle to end, right? So crown chakra is really like helping people to adjust their crown. Like you say, you could have spoken unity into a person's life. Like you could have been like not a hater per se. You could have been a person who could have, from your throat chakra, you could have seen something, like had the foresight, right? Your maybe you could have seen like you could be a seer, right? A seer. You could have clairvoyance, get the gift of just like sight. You could have seen something, like you could see gifts on people. You could be a person that says, I see greatness in you, right? Aquarius. Remember, you all rule 11th house, right? So 11th house is all about friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future, right? So you could have seen something. You could see things on people. Somebody has that gift of seeing things on people. you could see like a person is not someone's friend, or you can see if a person is in the wrong field or profession. Like people have different gifts, right? Different gifts. And your gifts are actually increasing. So that's why Source needs you to be out in your element. Get out the house, get out in the air. Get out, I mean, the air you breathe. That's why you don't want to waste it going backwards. Something like I said, you are ruled by two outer planets, right? Once people realize, once you've communicated, you know, to energies, you've spoken your heart to energies about certain things, you have no control over. That's again going back to the moon in Capricorn. We're not talking about any Capricorns that you know, but this is like somebody is operating in their north node. So you may be operating in your north node. It's not your responsibility to carry other people's burdens or their temptations on your back. So if you are seeing things that seem like it's following you around, you want to capture that with yourself, like pictures. You want to capture that. You want to just capture with your eyes, that snapshot with your, you know, the eyes and windows to your soul. So you want to trust your first mind. You want to trust your first mind. Start getting pictures of things, right? Take a leap of faith. Trust your first mind. I'm seeing the color black, like a black car. Seeing the color black. Right, I'm seeing the color black. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's go. Let us go. Let us go. All right, Aquarius. Yeah. So yeah, you're scheduling a vacation. Yeah, so somebody could be under the influence of incubi and succubi spirits, and I do have some information about incubi and succubi on my second channel. It's a knowledge channel. The link is below in the description. And so there's some energies that are pretty aggressive, right? They are hunters. So they're on the hunt, right? And so when people say things like, oh yeah, you know, they were you know, when people are talking about dating people and stuff like that, and they were, you know, pretty aggressive, and they're you know, wanting to be with you. But remember, you're not, you have to decide what kind of people you want to be. Those energies can be just as aggressive, you know, behind closed doors. There's a difference between being assertive. You have to decide what kind of person you want to be with. If those type of relationships haven't worked out for you in the past, they're not going to work out for you now, right? So close out the cycle in love. Whoa, yeah. Temperance card. Yeah, you have to learn how to see something from a higher frequency. It's like being around a person that's under influence, they're under some kind of a they're under a demonic influence. So you have to learn how to see something. Learn how to see something at a higher frequency. The first red flag, pray and meditate. First red flag is that somebody could have been lying to you about something, because we know that the devil is a liar. So if you already know that there's signs that you've been asking people questions and you know the truth about something and they're still telling you lies about something, Source is saying to you, you're healing from the pain that they caused you. And so somebody could be looking for some other kind of a supply from something. So, yeah. Something was done behind your back while you were trying to expand. See this right here? This person has one foot firmly planted. So it needs you to get out under the sun and recharge. Right? So something was said about you behind your back. And now you're enlightened. Now you are enlightened. Kind of lie was told about you behind your back. Now you are enlightened, right? So this bull right here means somebody was being bullied, And they're walking around now with the weight of the world on their shoulders, right? Somebody was bullied about something. Now they're walking around with the weight of the world on their shoulders. So you being an air sign, you probably asked them and they probably told you a lie about something. And because you are a person who communicates and talks about unity and helping people, you inspire people to adjust crowns. You inspire a lot of people, it looks like putting an end, because 10 is about ending. Like, for instance, this is a bull, right? The other side of a bull is a cow, but a cow without any calves would be a heifer, right? Because you talk about, you know, just like the no bullying zone and that kind of stuff and all of that. So there could be, and you listen to inflections in people's voices. Some people may be trying to bully you, right? Right? So, yeah, here's a Hierophant card, right? So it could be a religious organization. But you're trying to see something. So somebody that you know who could have been bullied. Like I said, you're closing out a cycle in love. Yeah, so could have been this right here, this infinity symbol right here. Could have been looped into something right here. Something in some kind of infinite something, right? Could have been looped into something or bullied into something. I'm seeing this justice card right here from two people to, oops, could have been looped into something in court to do something behind your back while you were trying to expand, right? Right? They've been bullied into something. Two people behind your back. So yeah, I think this may tie into that video, the previous video. So make sure you get outside. Make sure you get outside. Make sure you pay attention. If you start seeing things that seem similar to what you've seen, if you've moved, because somebody could have moved, you could have packed up and moved, right? If you start seeing things that look similar around you, take a picture of it. Don't even be confused. You're not paranoid. Take a picture of it. Right? Yeah. Because you are a leader. You are a leader. You're definitely a leader, right? And so you're in receiving mode as a leader, but somebody is a servant leader. You're a servant leader. So you're not a type of a person who would join a team where you have a title and a position, but you have no authority. And so somebody could have believed that they were joining something, and now they're now realizing they have no authority. They were actually bullied into something. Right? I feel like I'm talking to, looking at your cards here, Aquarius, I feel like I'm talking to, whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't really matter, that you've been in leadership positions before on your job. And real leadership positions where you've actually led in spaces where you were respected. Doesn't matter, like I said, doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. You've been in spaces where you were actually respected by people. So when people are talking about you behind your back, people are also doing some research looking like maybe where you used to work behind your back, and they're doing some research of where you work behind your back. So people are looking. So the talking about you behind your back is both so you're being protected. So you're being protected, that's one. But people are like, oh, wait a minute, this is confusing. Something is starting to be confusing, because it's almost like people know that people now know this right here. And this is a lot of conversation going. That's why people are now saying, take a leap of faith, right? Your spirit guides are saying, take a leap of faith. because people now know that you are in a leader. You were in leadership positions, or you are in leadership positions, right? And so now people are the same ones that were talking about you behind your back. Also now know that you were in leadership positions, and people right here, whoever these energies are, whoever your energies are, know that this right here, this Nine of Pentacles right here, you earned it. Like you're really a servant leader. Like somebody is really, you genuinely care about people. And it's right here again, this is take a leap of faith, not fear. Take a leap of faith. Yeah, take a leap of faith. Because it's almost like I said, when you get out the house, start paying attention to your surroundings. You're covered. You got, somebody has protection all around you. You got protection all around you. Yeah. So yeah, here's the Strength card. Because some energies have caused you a lot of pain, and judgment is coming down on them. They've caused you and somebody a lot of pain, and now judgment is coming down on them. Because somebody has been bullying somebody. Somebody has been following you everywhere you've been going, spreading a lot of lies about you and somebody everywhere you all have been going. Could have been you and a spouse, planting seeds wherever you all have been going. Every time you try to grow your money, they try to stop it. So when we talk about deja vu, you have the gift of deja vu. You're remembering the future. Like somebody, it's almost like you feel like you've been somewhere before, because you keep seeing the same stuff. Like some of you all like keep seeing the same car, see the license plates. It's almost like something is like, you keep seeing the same stuff because start taking pictures. That's why I want you to start taking pictures. Because there's signs all around you. Literally, there's signs all around you. I don't want you to just walk out the house and just be like, okay, why does something look like the same? Because these energies like are bullying you. They're putting familiar spirits around you to make you seem like you're losing your mind, but you're not. Yeah, you're not losing your mind. Energies know that you're not going back, and they're ruthless, but you're not losing your mind, right? So somebody feels like, and me just telling lies, somebody is an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, that somebody feels like something around you turn your back on somebody. Here's the something during a Saturn return. A Scorpio is somehow involved. Well, so when I talk about zodiac signs, I'm also talking about houses. So I'm using it sort of interchangeably here. But here we have the World card here. This is a lot of stuff going on with your reading here. But there's some energies who are almost like on the hunt. And it's basically like, so I'm saying like you all are protected and you're covered. And so basically people are like, go ahead and get out the house. Go ahead and go. You're protected. Anyway, so here the World card, right? You're protected. These energies have been following somebody all around the world. You're protected. These are the types of energies that they cross all kinds of boundaries. And they have been crossing all sorts of boundaries. They don't care what kind of leadership position that you're in. They really don't care. They don't care. If they feel like they have more money than you do, they'll use whatever money to do and pay whomever to do whatever, right? So it doesn't really matter what kind of position you're in, what kind of leadership position you're in, what organization you're in. For them, everything is a game. For them, everything is a game. Like literally. So whether you're in the military, because that's what all of this right here, whether you're in the military, whether you work for the government or worked for the government, they don't care. It's literally in their mind, everything is a game. That's how much of a God complex somebody is dealing with. right? That's how much of a God complex somebody is dealing with. But you're a prayer warrior, right? So remember who you are, Aquarius. Remember who you are. Here's the Eight of Cups. There's no way in the world you're a soulmate with somebody who is hunting people like they're an animal. Like, what? No way. Like, would hunt you and somebody, a family member, like you all are animals, and think something is a game. Like, yeah. So tell Source that you're grateful already that something is over. There's no way. I couldn't even see the humor, the fun, or whatever in that. And I hope nobody ever would see the fun in that. Right? Something has been a complete nightmare for somebody. So wake up. Wake up. Get out the house. Get out the house. That's what I'm seeing. Like, somebody has been following somebody all around the world because they're just now waking up to the fact that you have been in leadership positions in power. What I feel like I'm talking to when I read your cards here, Aquarius, is a person who has been in leadership positions in your jobs. But you've never abused your title and position. Like, wherever you've been, you're not the person who would say, oh, I have this title, this position. Not a person who would they'll brag about it. Yeah, not a person who would brag about it. Yeah. So people may be wondering, kind of like, how in the world did... Because I feel like with this energy, you were sincere. Whoever this energy is, or any energies in particular, you were just sincere with the energy. Somebody is just like... So here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, somebody's just a really hard-working person. Just I'm looking at you, you're just a really hard-working person. And this is part of somebody's legacy. Somebody comes from, I'm talking to you, Aquarius, you come from a legacy of people who are just very hardworking people. And so you earned, you planted a seed in the ground, somebody in fertile soil. So somebody really, whatever you put your mind to, you put the hard work into it. You earned it. Somebody's just a hard-working person. Yeah, and we have the Queen of Cups here, and someone who's very compassionate. Yeah, here we have the Seven of Wands here. So something is closed out. Something is already closed out. Something is already closed out. Yeah, here we have the Four of Wands here. So something is already, like I said, closed out. So what I'm saying here, whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't really matter, is never abuse any position that you're in. Never. Never abuse any position that you're in. And if you're with someone who does all of this stuff to get you and then abuses whatever position that they're in, and you make a decision to close out a cycle, close out in love, and move on. That's what I'm seeing here for somebody. So that's what I have for you in your reading. Like I said, get out the house, get some fresh air, you're protected. Let me see if there's anything else in your reading. I'm trying to see if there's any other cards here. Yeah, don't give any more energy to this. Don't give any more energy to this. Yeah, wake up from your nightmare. Wake up. Give it no more air. Give it no more air. No more air. None. No more air. There's a karmic couple in this that has been trying to bully you and someone else. the entire time. And I'm telling y'all, I'm seeing like a team has already been put together. I'm telling y'all, that's been watching you all. And people have already alerted people to this. So through prayer and asking Source for clarity, you need to ask Source for clarity. So I don't know what everybody's situation is, but I feel like whoever these energies are, they felt by aligning themselves. This is what karmics do, though. They don't care who they bring down with them. They don't care who they bring down with. They don't care who they involve. They involve anybody. They'll bring anybody down with them. Anybody down with them. Yeah. So that's why somebody keeps feeling like they're having deja vu. Yeah, because it's like this energy is following you, like this. They keep following you around. It's like you keep. They just like keep. They literally are following you around the world. It's like literally, just like they just can't process the like in their mind. It's like they cannot process the fact that you were in leadership positions and you weren't like them. You weren't bragging about you actually being in leadership positions. Like you weren't ruthless like them. They can't, it's like they can't. That's what I couldn't believe it. I don't know who I'm talking to. Like you just weren't this person who was just like, I can't believe you just weren't, that you weren't just, this whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, the other one is pretty lengthy. You can take some time out to watch it if you want to. But yeah, this is a choice. This is a choice. And so choose to vibrate in love. Close out the cycle in love and move on. And I will see you all in the next video. But don't forget to take your, if you start seeing stuff that start looking familiar around your neighborhood or whatever the case may be, or you start seeing stuff or people or whatever that start looking familiar to you, or somebody trying to get too familiar with you too fast, or whatever the case may be, listen, no, start taking pictures, all of that. But you're protected, you're covered. I'm telling you, you're covered. Aquarius, you're covered. So, all right, bye.